This is All India Radio. We will now listen to a special program in connection with Public Service Broadcast Day, which includes an interview with the CEO Prasar Bharati, Shri Shashi Shekhar Vempatti. Interviewing him will be Dr. Nirmala C. Yaligar, Station Director, AIR, Bengaluru.
Today is Public Service Broadcasting Day. This day is an important one for All India Radio. Mahatma Gandhiji visited All India Radio, Delhi on this day in 1947. He was there to address the lakhs of people came from neighboring country after partition of India. Mahatma Ji boosted the morale and confidence of those refugees and to settle down and start a new life in India. That address from Mahatma Gandhi Ji proved All India Radio as a powerful force as a public broadcaster. To mark the auspicious day, today is Public Service Broadcasting Day. Mahatma led the independence movement with peace, non-violence and non-cooperation movements. He was the inspiration for every Indian.
If the knowledge of these poor people was so limited about their ruler, I, who am infinitely lesser in respect to God than they to their ruler, need not be surprised if I do not realize the presence of God, the King of Kings. Nevertheless, I do feel, as the poor villagers felt about Mysore, that there is orderliness in the universe. There is an unalterable law governing everything and every being that exists or lives. It is not a blind law, for no blind law can govern the conduct of living beings. And thanks to the marvelous researches of Sir J.C. Bose, it can now be proved that even matter is life. That law, then, which governs all life is God. Law and the lawgiver are one. I may not deny the law or the lawgiver because I know so little about it or him. Just as my denial or ignorance of the existence of an earthly power will avail me nothing, even so my denial of God and His law will not liberate me from its operation.
All India Radio as a public broadcaster is a pioneer in broadcasting, reaching nook and corner of the country, giving information, entertainment and educating the public mass in social, economic, political, scientific, in almost all fields. In the last century, Akashvani ruled the media with monopoly. Now in this century, All India Radio is facing innumerable challenges due to social media revolution. In these challenging days, we have with us the CEO of Prasar Bharati, Sri Shashi Shekhar Vempatti, who is on an official visit to Bengaluru. Talking to him is Dr. Nirmala C. Yaligar, the Station Director, All India Radio, Bengaluru.
What will be the roadmap of Prasar Bharati in coming days?
Public broadcasting in general is going through a lot of change, as you are aware. There is tremendous change in technology. People who used to watch earlier on televisions and listen on radio are now consuming content through different ways. They're consuming it through smartphones, through tablets, through smart devices like Alexa and so on. So the future roadmap for us is to be able to reach the consumer where they are in those devices. So for that, we have to go through a lot of change. Our content has to be, even though we produce it once, we will have to package and present it in multiple ways. To give you an example, we have all these radio autobiographies. Each radio autobiography runs into several hours, 8 hours, 9 hours. So nobody has the time to listen to the entire 9 hours at one stretch. Also, there are many interesting snippets. Like, for example, if you listen to the radio autobiography of J.R.D. Tata, he talks about the nationalization of Air India. Now when finally Air India is going back to the Tatas, it is very interesting to just listen to that snippet. So we need to have very rich metadata. We have to know within our broadcasting content which are the interesting clips, which are the interesting snippets, and then we need to be able to package it in different ways, friendly for social media, friendly for WhatsApp, friendly for YouTube, and so on. That is our future roadmap. Content has to be enriched, it has to be repackaged, reformatted, and presented in different ways.
Sir, is very happy to know that we have been using all the technology development in a digital format. What about the content we are all developing, and is there any roadmap for that?
Absolutely. I think our content innovation is very important because that is how we differentiate public broadcasting from commercial broadcasting. To take the example of commentary in cricket, a lot of people watch the match on TV, but they still have liking for radio commentary. There's a charm associated with radio commentary. So what we did is we visualized that radio commentary. We put a camera in the studio, we made it available digitally, and that is generating a lot of views. So people are engaging again with radio just for the sake of watching the commentators and listening to that commentary while they're watching the match on television. So we'll have to do innovative things on the content side. Another example is we have this iconic radio plays. Several of these radio plays were recorded long time back, but they are lost to the current generation. The current generation has no idea about that content. So we have to visually enrich that radio content, make it relevant to the younger population. Similarly, on the TV side, we will have to do more innovative things. For example, we have to think of new formats of content, make public content more interesting, right? So, for example, why should Krishi Darshan be presented in the same old boring way? Think of new ways of presenting it, right? So, if you see in the last few months, DD Kisan has improved a lot of their presentation style. They made the content far more interesting, more like a traditional news channel. So, the same Kisan content, but presented in a different way. So, we'll have to think of these new techniques.
Sir, as you rightly mentioned that Mahatma Gandhi directly came to All India Radio to addressing the nation. He was knowing the relevance of the All India Radio. Now, what will be the relevance of Prasar Bharati, either radio or television, sir?
See, end of the day, the content of national importance or public importance will always be the responsibility of the public broadcaster. That responsibility will never be shouldered by the commercial broadcasters because they are measured in terms of profit, in terms of revenue, in terms of growth. So their benchmarks are different. Our benchmarks are slightly different because we have a mandate given by Parliament. We have to address linguistic diversity. We have to preserve the cultural diversity. So there are several responsibilities that are there on the public broadcaster. So that is not going to change. What will, however, change is that we have to be more nimble, more agile, more innovative. That is how we will continue to be relevant. Otherwise, we will not be relevant. So that is the challenge for us, that how do we keep that mandate, continue delivering on that mandate, at the same time be innovative and relevant to the younger generation. So that is what will be the challenge. And if you look at Mann Ki Baat, it's a great example of that, where you've taken a radio program, made it available on TV, probably has a larger audience on TV than on radio, and it has become a movement for social change. So that's how we will foresee the future for public broadcasting.
Still, public have some doubts, sir. On behalf of Kannadigar, when any listeners, I am asking this question. Are we really stick on to revenue aspect or a public service broadcasting aspect? What exactly our
we
priority
have to do both.
now?
We have no choice. We have to do both. The reason being, the way public broadcasting was funded past will not be how it is going to be funded in the future, right? And for that, we have to balance both of these. And I think that is the challenge for the future. That how do you balance the revenue objectives with the public broadcasting responsibilities and ensure both are met. Because without this, you can't do this. And to do this better, you also have to be effective at this. So it requires an innovative approach which balances both. At the same time, of course, there are certain things that we have to do. We have to do Independence Day. We have to do Republic Day. We have to preserve all these various languages. We have to do the news broadcast when there's a disaster, when there's an emergency. For example, during the lockdown, everyone was watching Doordarshan because we are the only ones who are working 24/7, right? So there are some things that we will never stop doing.
So we are happy that you are very interested in developing the content. Content is the king as the Doordarshan is concerned, or All India Radio. To develop the content, we need a good infrastructure and manpower. If you see comparing any other broadcasting services all over the world, they have a lot of percentage for the program officials and manpower. Whereas we have left out with the very minimum manpower. Sir, is there any roadmap for that?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, if you recall, there was a Sam Petroda committee which made certain recommendations. One of the recommendations was to do a manpower audit. That manpower audit has now been completed. it has made several recommendations, 60 to 70 different recommendations. One of the things they pointed out was exactly this, that if you take a BBC, you take any of the NHK, KBS, any of the global public broadcasters, their proportion of manpower on content and our proportion. So to set that right, we have to implement those recommendations. And that involves many decisions. One of them you're already seeing, like phasing out obsolete technologies. Because once we free up resources from those obsolete technologies, we can invest in content. Similarly, we have also made proposals to the government that how do we bring in fresh talent? Because you had a certain rules based on which talent was being brought in. And now that old system has to change. So we propose a new system. Once that gets approved, we'll bring it. Meanwhile, we will continue to engage on a contract basis, so there's nothing stopping us.
Thank you, sir. Sharing all your dreams and ambitions towards this organization. Thank you for sharing.
And wishing the very best to both Doordarshan and All India Radio.
Thank you.
Dear listeners, you have been listening to CEO Prasar Bharati, Sri Sasisekhar Vempati. Talking to him was Dr. Nirmala C. Eligar, the station director, All India Radio, Bengaluru. The visit of Mahatma Gandhiji to All India Radio, Delhi marked the celebrations of Public Service Broadcasting Day. In this auspicious day, All India Radio is committed to accept the challenges and to move ahead with broadcasting so as to reach the listeners with a motive of informating, educating and entertaining them. Let us wish All India Radio all the best on this auspicious day to continue its efforts to reach the listeners with more enthusiasm and optimism.
चर्चा स्वास्थ्य सुरक्षा नित नव सर्जन चलचित्र जगत रूपक नाटक बहुविध मनरंजन स्वर्णिम अतीत पावन पुनीत स्वर्णिम वयवाणी स्वर्णिम अतीत पावन पुनीत स्वर्णिम वयवाणी आकाशवाणी 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 आकाशवाणी
We were listening to a special program in connection with Public Service Broadcast Day, which included an interview with the CEO Prasar Bharati, Sri Sasisekhar Vempati. He was interviewed by Dr. Nirmala C. Eligar, Station Director, AIR Bengaluru. The program was produced by Sharan Vasavacholan with technical assistance from M. John Patrick and G. Mohan Raj. This program was brought to you by All India Radio, Bengaluru.